everybody, welcome to week 14. I'm Lou Holtz and these are my picks. Whistle blow. First up, Alabama, Georgia. This is the SEC championship and I'm really excited. The Crimson Tide is gonna catch the Bulldogs. But I was at the beach the other day and I saw a Bulldog go into the water to fetch a Frisbee. And this got me thinking, Georgia Bulldogs can probably swim no matter what color the tide is. Bulldogs by 6, upset alert. Sorry. Next up, Texas at Kansas State, or K-State. Special K is my favorite cereal, but then again, Texas Longhorns are my favorite animal whose horns are measured in length and then translated into its name. Texas is also bigger than Kansas, and I've already done one upset, so why not do 2 upsets? Because when your stomach gets upset, it's kind of hard to shake it unless you have some kind of Pepto. Kansas State loses by being mauled by a longhorn in the gut. Doctor, 57 points. Next up, Oklahoma at Texas Christian University. Now, here's the thing about Christians, is there's a lot of them. And there's a lot of people in Texas. And let's look at Oklahoma. It's going like this. It's in like, those guys are better than us. Texas Christian by 15. Now it's time to shore up the Lou Holtz impression. So here goes, Nebraska versus Wisconsin. All right, Nebraska is part of it, the legends, or is it the leaders, or is it the wizards, or is it the benchies kind of thing? Anyway, so Nebraska seems like they have actually earned the right to play in the championship in the Big Ten. Wisconsin is only in this contest because the other 2 teams have been ruled ineligible because somebody touched somebody or somebody paid someone to touch somebody. I don't know, I don't follow it because I'm a football man. Nebraska by 40 touchdowns. Touchdowns, not touch boys. Sandusky. Don't ask me back. 5 laps. All right, now it's time for the Heisman Pics. We got some front runners. We got Colin Klein, who I think is a mix of Colin Kaepernick and Kevin Kline from the movie French Kiss, doing a fake French accent. Everyone loved that movie. He's the lead so far. All right, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, Johnny Heisman. I don't like him because his name has too many different endings. Heisman, Johnny Football. If you're related to a football, you have an edge on everyone else, and that's cheating. All right, next, Manti Te'o went to Notre Dame. I'm from Notre Dame. We all love Notre Dame football. But I think the person who's going to win this, take some time and follow me. Look at the Heisman Trophy. It looks like carbonite. Look at Empire Strikes Back. Han Solo encased in carbonite. He really embodies the spirit of the Heisman Trophy. I think it's going to go to Han Solo encased in carbonite by 50 votes. Lou Holtz, see you later. And that's not a person. He's a fictional character, but I think he's going to win the Heisman Trophy. So, see you later. Go team!
Great, Rick.